What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Friday night SmackDown post show for March 10th, 2023. I'm your host, Will, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Friday nights, wherever you may be. Well, my friend, Friday Night SmackDown was tonight. Jey Uso was here. I thought what was going to be happening with the whole Bloodline thing was Roman was going to confront Jey about the whole situation, but Roman was not here. It was just the Usos talking in the final segment of the night, and then all of a sudden we had Sami, and all of a sudden Cody came out of nowhere. I didn't expect Cody tonight, but damn. How'd you feel about SmackDown tonight overall as we head closer to WrestleMania? It's only 3 weeks from tomorrow is night one.
Yeah.
So I thought it was okay, but it wasn't, like me jumping out of my seat kind of SmackDown,
Hey, but I had a good time. I definitely could have went without the Charlotte and Shotzi match. I definitely could have went without that. I think a promo between Charlotte and Rhea would have sufficed. The Viking Raiders won a match, which
I was going to talk about that.
Yeah, but the beginning was great. I love the 5-way. Especially, I laughed when a ref just came out of nowhere for no reason and counted both people. I don't know where the other ref came from. He was just there.
Yeah,
but
the other ref.
that was
two
funny.
Referees in the same match, and I'm like, wait, what? There are two referees? When?
Yeah. That's one way to do it, but they're going to push it to next week, which I understand.
Yeah.
The main event was cool. I was definitely expecting Rowan to be there, but the rightful world champion was there like always. So I just it's not even Cody's show and he's on SmackDown. It's not even Cody's show and he's on SmackDown, ready to fight. The guy's ripped. He's ready to win. So the Roman fans, man, your world champion wasn't even there again. So, for me personally, if I go to my job and I just don't show up, they're gonna fire my ass. But I guess he just gets special privileges or whatever. I don't know. But most important thing is, it looks like the crowd is on board with Sami taking down the Usos and Cody taking down Roman, which was the transition that I was terrified about them making after Elimination Chamber, and it looks like it's going smoothly. So everything looks fine at the moment. We got 3 more weeks. Just walk in this straight line and don't turn, because they like to turn at the end. Do not turn. This is a slam dunk. It's a slam dunk to get to WrestleMania weekend. A complete slam dunk. So just don't mess it up now, and everything will be fine.
I agree with you, man, 100%. Yeah, it was very terrifying knowing the fact of what really could be happening when it comes to the Sami Zayn situation and the Cody Rhodes situation. Cody winning the Rumble was always going to be the plan. It was always going to be the right choice to do that. But then, obviously, as we all know, when Sami got so hot, it was worrisome. It was worrisome to see where the fans were actually going to be lying. And it looks like what you're saying is true. Sami with the Usos, the fans are not deviating from that plan. They absolutely love that idea. And then Cody going after the big dog, the tribal chief, the big Roman Reigns with a lot of hair. He is, it looks like that's really going to be the plan here. And we're going to get things started for WrestleMania. To me, no doubt in my mind, night one main event should be that the triple threat. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. The tag team match with Sami and KO versus the Usos, but knowing WWE and the way that things are probably going to go down, and most likely will be Rhea and Charlotte, I'm not mad at that, but I don't know, man. The way that they are doing Charlotte and Rhea right now, I'm not as much interested as I should be. And I don't know if that's just me or not.
No, I mean, I just want Rhea to win, so I think that's holding my interest. I'm not really worried about how they get there. I'm worried about the end result. So, I mean, nothing's really going to deviate me from it at the moment unless they just take that left turn that they like to do. Right. But I'm cool at the moment. I mean, I just want Rhea to win. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
I'm alright at the moment.
other things that happened on Friday Night SmackDown tonight was a tag team match with Braun Strowman and Ricochet taking on the Viking Raiders, the vicious Viking Raiders. I apologize.
Yeah.
Wow, I still can't believe they did that. The Viking Raiders won, which is insane. The way that they've usually been positioned, they rarely win. So that to me was kind of a shocker. But it was also into the case of Valhalla, Sarah Logan, getting involved, doing some kind of trance on Ricochet, and Ricochet died with that spinning heel kick.
Yes, he did. Good God. He took that.
I love Ricochet. The last time I remember Ricochet being in there with the Viking Raiders, to my knowledge at least, I mean, it probably has happened since then, because, I mean, it's been 4 years since that moment I'm thinking of. NXT TakeOver New York in 2019. It was a tag team match with the War Raiders at the time, taking on, who were the NXT Tag Team Champions, taking on the team of Aleister Black, Malachi Black now in AEW, and Ricochet, for the NXT Tag Team titles. It was an absolutely insane match if you haven't seen it. If you don't remember it, go check it out. But I mean, it's been 4 years since then, so probably something else has happened between those two. But man, the Viking Raiders actually looked really good tonight. And I hope, to dear God, we can continue seeing that. Probably not, though. It's hopeful. It's wishful thinking.
Yeah. I don't know. They're freaking boring to me, so I didn't really care. But I was just surprised that they freaking won.
Yeah. And then another huge thing that happened on tonight's show, which was honestly really huge. It all kind of blended in with one another, which I thought was really cool. The first inductee to the Hall of Fame this year was announced, and it was none other to be Rey Mysterio, which is incredible. Rey Mysterio, the first inductee into the 2023 Hall of Fame. Very well deserved, first of all. I mean, he is the greatest luchador of all time to me. There's no doubt about that. How do you feel about Rey Mysterio going into the Hall of Fame, and what kind of transpired later on during that announcement, as obviously Legado and Judgment Day got involved and we got what we got tonight?
I loved it. I thought they were going to announce Muda because I saw that came out a little bit earlier before the show started.
I saw that too.
So I was expecting Muda. So when Ray popped up, I was like, oh shit. But that's really cool. I'm extremely proud of Ray for he's been wrestling since we've been kids, you know, and the fact that he's still going strong now and possibly going into another WrestleMania at his age and like not missing a beat is ridiculous. So amazing first inductee. I don't know who's going to induct him.
See,
I don't know what they're going to do with that.
That's the thing that I was kind of asking people on Twitter, and I got a lot of interesting and different answers at the same time. I got a Vicky Guerrero one, which is not too bad.
Okay.
I got a Conan one.
I heard that one, yeah.
Somebody still said Dominic, which I'm like, you would think it would be Dominic, but with the story going on right now, I don't think that's going to be possible.
Yeah.
Or unless you want to just attack him while he's making a speech, which is not the right move. I saw Angie and Aaliyah, the other family members of the Mysterios. There's a lot of options. I've even heard Edge. You know, and I've even heard Batista, because
that's my pick.
Because I mean, hell, even Batista could possibly be in the 2023 Hall of Fame. I mean, he's technically already in the Hall of Fame, but he wants to do it in front of actual people. You can have him induct Ray, and then hell, if Ray would be the one to induct Batista, you can do that too. There's a lot of different options for Rey Mysterio, especially with the rivalries that he has had over his 20-plus year career. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really just going to depend on who's available, I guess. I mean, I didn't hear a bad one out of all those people you listed, except maybe Dom because of the whole storyline thing going on. But
yeah,
if they want to just break the fourth wall and do it, you could try. But I mean, it's a risky one.
yeah.
But I think even if you do Batista, it's a risky one because I think the last time Rey and Batista were in the ring with each other, they were in a feud. I think
You're supposed to be my friend. That feud.
Yeah, that was like 2010. So I mean, I don't think they've reunited since then. Yeah. So I mean, technically that's against kayfabe too. But I don't know. They could go the safe route and just go Triple H. They could easily go that route, which would be I think the safest one, or like Cena or something like that. But actually, no, Cena should not induct him because Cena destroyed his WWE Championship run.
Remember? Raw in Raw 2011, the finals of the WWE tournament.
Yeah, fuck that.
Actually, no, it wasn't the finals. It was just another random match. Yeah,
they did the Gold Rush tournament. They did the one night Gold Rush tournament, and Ray won. And then Cena just came back and said, "Yeah, no."
Well, yeah, it was the finals between Ray and Miz. Ray beat Miz, and then all of a sudden, 2 hours later, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm fighting you." He's like, "Oh, okay," and then won.
Just for CM Punk.
Like, why?
All that for CM Punk to just win the championship back and then leave. Like, woof. But
that did bring us Money in the Bank 2011, which was insane. But
damn, what that brought us, Phil. That was ridiculous, man.
I love Money in the Bank 2011, but yeah, I mean, I understand where you were coming from with that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with Rey Mysterio being in the Hall of Fame, and you can do a lot of stuff with that when it comes to the inductee. From the inductor to the inductee. What transpired off of that, obviously, though, was Judgment Day coming out. Rey Mysterio, he's all happy and go lucky that he got into the Hall of Fame. And then Dominic said, "Yeah, no, you're a deadbeat dad, and you're supposed to be in that Hall of Fame, not the WWE one." Which I was like, okay, that's great. And then he said that he should have been Eddie's son, which I'm like, I'm actually shocked you didn't say that before.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll get into that and everything. Legado came out. Everybody in Legado was back, which is great. Seeing Zelina Vega on my TV is always a good thing. Hi, Zelina. Hi. And then Cruz and Joaquin are there too. I'm glad that the whole entire Legado is back.
Yeah, I'm happy that they're all there, but I think the match itself was great. I don't want it to turn into like Santos is my son now. I don't want that to happen, but I don't think they're gonna go that way. That's just me, the worst case scenario thinking, but. The match itself was great. I was hyped when they announced it, and I think they did a very good job. So, yeah, I was cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we had all that happen on SmackDown tonight. There were some rumors of a possible match for LA Knight at WrestleMania. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Have you seen it?
Wait, y'all see what?
There's been a possible teaser for what LA Knight could be doing at WrestleMania in match capacity.
No, what? I don't like the tone of your voice, so I'm scared now.
Oh hell yeah!
No, are you kidding me? That would be kind of crazy.
You. Stone Cold.
I support that. I ain't gonna lie. I support that. The promos between them are gonna be, oh my god,
dude. Yeah.
Those two going to promo, it's going to be like just, that might be kind of crazy. I support those. Yep.
Listen, I'm not saying it's legitimately going to happen, but from what I read earlier on today, be on the lookout because Stone Cold's been trying to prepare to get back. If it's Stone Cold versus LA Knight, oh hell yeah versus yeah. Oh my god. That is gonna be insane. But guys, we're gonna get right into everything that happened on Friday Night SmackDown tonight. Fuck Rampage. I don't even know what happened on Rampage. I think Rampage just ended. Yeah, about like 11 minutes ago. Rampage does not interest me whatsoever. Yeah, Friday Night SmackDown tonight. Guys, we got everything all set up now. Again, the OTB merchandise store on Teespring officially revamped, and it is all set and ready for you guys to go. OTB 20 gets you 20% off your purchase, so go do that today. T-shirts, hoodies, all that type of stuff right there for you guys. We got a For the Brand logo for you guys. We got obviously the OTB actual logo there, and then the OTB Wolfpack. I don't know if you guys have been here since those days. Loft, remember the OTB Wolfpack days?
Yeah.
We got the OTB Wolfpack. With our big gold microphone logo with that. So I think that was like our version 2 logo before obviously we have this one. So go check out those designs. And we also have the phone cases. One of them Nate has, but I actually found like better looking ones as well. So those are on the site now too. And I finally, instead of having my merchandise be a part of the OTB store, the OTB store is officially just only outside the brand stuff. So I made a personal merch store, Loft made a personal merch store, and those links are down in the description as well. So you want to support Loft? I think Loft has a Not Famous for 20% off.
Yeah.
And then I have if I go to mine real quick, I think I did, yeah, Red Raven 20 for 20% off. Yeah, so you guys can go get your hoodies, t-shirts, phone cases, stickers, whatever Loft has on his, all down there in the description for you guys to go check out. Loft, I saw your stuff there on your site. Those look really good. Those look really good. The V1s. Look at that.
I'm trying to. I was sitting there like 3 in the morning. I got home and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just. I was looking at fucking who was I looking at? Marissa's, and Marissa's are freaking awesome.
Yes.
Her freaking flash hoodies are ridiculous. I'm about to buy that Jeff Hardy one and the little one. Her joints are crazy. I was like, let me see if I can do this. And now, so that's going to be the first version of them. But
now listen, I know you're not into big on this guy, but I saw a video from Erica. She opened a crew neck version of whatever Marissa did for CM Punk. Those are fantastic. Mm-hmm. Everything that Marissa's been doing with her merch, top notch. Seriously, I could not be more proud of those guys for what they've done.
Crazy. Like that, that's crazy.
But yeah, like they're doing great stuff. Loft, he has you got some really good stuff on there, and yeah, we're just trying to do our best when it comes to getting this merchandise out there. But yeah, you guys can go check those out. It's all down there in the link in the description. Other than that, you guys can follow all of us on social medias as well. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at PhillyMet. Everybody for Loft is Loft Not Famous, so you're good there. And then, final thing is our sponsor. Well, who's our sponsor? Loft, who is our sponsor?
SeatGeek.
That is right. SeatGeek is a application on your phone that you guys can go get, and whether you want to go to a wrestling show, whether you want to go to a concert, basically anywhere that you need an actual ticket for, go get it on SeatGeek. There is a seating chart where you can know how to get the best prices for that specific seat based on the scale from 1 to 10 that it has, 10 being the highest and 10 being the greatest deal that you can get for that seat. If you use the code OTB at checkout, your first purchase, and it is only the first purchase, but use code OTB and you get 20% off your first purchase when you use SeatGeek. So if you want to go to, let's say, this coming episode of Monday Night Raw in Rhode Island, if there are any tickets left, go get it using SeatGeek and use OTB at checkout for 20% off. Only on SeatGeek. That's where you can get it. The official sponsor of OTB, down in the description. Alright, guys. Let's get right into Friday Night SmackDown tonight. We started off with the Fatal 5-Way, if I am not mistaken. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the main event.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was going to be the main event, but we started off with that. What were you saying?
That shit threw me off. Cause I looked in the notes and they said they were going to give a lot of time, so I definitely thought it was going to be the main event. But I'm kind of happy they kicked it off because I definitely didn't want them to rush through that match. That was the most important thing to me of like the entire night. So
yeah, and it was for WrestleMania. It didn't say it was for WrestleMania when they announced it last week, but they did announce this week that it was going to be for the shot at WrestleMania, and it did only make sense to have it be for WrestleMania, but they didn't say that last week, so... Yeah. I mean, anything could really happen, especially, you know, whenever it comes to these number one contender matches, you really don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of in the whole, what the hell did they call them last? Championship contender matches, I think they called them. And those are terrible, but... Yeah. When we did start off with those, but before... that Fatal 5-Way. Paul Heyman greeted the Usos and arrived at the parking lot at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. We are in Pittsburgh tonight. Jay asked if Roman Reigns, calling for the Tribal Chief, and Heyman said that he was so proud of Jay that gave him a big hug. Jay then told Heyman to let Roman know that he is here. And when that happened, when he said, alright, let Roman know that he is here, I thought Roman was here. I thought the whole thing was Roman confronting Jay tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely...
Did I kind of like mistaken that?
I expected to see him tonight too. I expected for him to be there, but I don't know. I don't get it.
Because when I took the whole segment like as was like, all right, Jay is gonna confront Roman, and we're gonna get some kind of thing still going between. All right, is Jay really a part of the Bloodline thing or not? Like, the whole saga is gonna continue with Jay and how you're gonna trust and like not trust and everything like that. But I don't know. Caleb Braxton just came out of nowhere after this. And interviewed Jay saying that, listen, we all want to know why you turned on Sami Zayn. He said that he is going to address all of that, what happened on Monday, later on in the show tonight. Jimmy then told her to ask Cody Rhodes why he is getting involved in the Bloodline's business. The one thing, and I might as well just address it now, Michael Cole is saying, did Cody make a critical mistake getting into the business of the Bloodline? To me, he's already been in the business of the Bloodline. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that question is really logical. Yes, you're getting involved with the Usos side of things, but you're involved with Roman. If you're involved with Roman, you're involved with the Bloodline. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
But did he make a critical mistake? He won the Rumble. He has to get there.
Pretty damn much.
I mean, I may just be nitpicking there, but I mean, hell, if you're going to be involved with Roman in any capacity, you're involved with the Bloodline. The Bloodline are going to be there.
Yeah.
But that's just me, I guess. But yeah, Cody Rhodes, why he is getting himself involved in the Bloodline's business. You're already in the business.
He's been in the business the whole time. This whole time.
Actually. He actually doesn't want to think that he's been in there for a long time, but he has.
For real.
So we had the Fatal 5-Way. I thought it was a very good Fatal 5-Way. But, what we had here with the whole Fatal 5-Way getting involved here, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Karrion, LA, and Xavier Woods, I thought they all did very, very well in this Fatal 5-Way, rather. How'd you feel about it?
I thought it was great. I think Xavier should have got a little bit more spots, but besides that, it was cool. Part of me definitely wanted LA Knight to win at some points just because he's freaking awesome. But now that he's doing a whole different thing, that's also cool. So, I mean, it was great. The only thing that caught me off guard was the ending. The ref coming out of nowhere and just pinning both of them. So I was like, I don't know when the ever ref just came into the ring. I didn't know you could do that. But they did it. That's one way to do it. We asked for a triple threat, and that's when they pulled off. So, I mean.
The thing is that I've seen the referee do both hands before. So I don't understand why he couldn't just do it.
He would look freaking stupid, but I mean,
I've seen referees do both hands before. I mean, just ask Bryce Remsburg.
He definitely have done that before.
But I mean, I guess 2 referees. I mean, we saw it. So, I really did see 3 people out of the 5 winning this thing tonight. It was either Sheamus, Drew, or I did possibly see LA Knight as a possible third, but nothing against Woods and nothing against Karrion, but they weren't going to be a part of the WrestleMania plans for Gunther, and honestly, I don't know what's going to be happening with Karrion Kross to begin with for WrestleMania. I don't even know if he's going to be involved.
Yeah.
And that sucks, but Karrion Kross, he's really in limbo right now with the way that they have been presenting him.
Yeah, he's just boring the fuck out of me. I don't know. They gotta figure something. I don't know what you do, but he is boring the daylights out of me. So I don't know.
And the New Day are gonna be fine. I saw people like, why couldn't they just do something with the New Day? The New Day are gonna be fine. He was not gonna go up against Gunther.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool.
But yeah, so we had the finish of the match, seeing Sheamus go for the Brogue Kick to LA Knight. McIntyre cut him off there. There was it was a Brogue Kick and a Claymore at the same time type of finish, and then once we saw Sheamus pinning LA, I think, and then Drew pinning Woods. It was a double count, and the fans were chanting triple threat as we moved on to the next segment. So, I mean, the match was very good. The double count, I thought, was a great decision. But they did not announce that it was a triple threat. They announced that there was going to be a singles match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, and the winner goes on to face Gunther at WrestleMania. They're just trying to milk it, to me. They're just trying to milk the decision.
Yeah, I think they are just trying to get a ratings push at this point. Next week's probably going to be a double DQ or a double count or something stupid, and then we're going to move on to next week.
We got 3 weeks to fill.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
we got time. They might go out after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We got time.
But yeah, they're trying to milk this thing. I mean, it's WWE. They usually try to milk some stuff when it comes to, trying to build things up. The triple threat is the right decision, and I think they are going to be still doing that. It's just a matter of how they're going to be executing that. I thought the way they executed it tonight was really good, and you could have just done that with Anna Pierce meeting both of them in the office, but or meeting all of them in the office, because, I mean, hell, Gunther even went to Adam Pearce anyway and said, hey, no, challenger, not challengers, but...
I think he should have just said it right there. I thought
he's
he
the
should say,
general
you know,
manager.
fuck you,
He can
Frank.
make anything happen.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't necessarily agree with you, but here's what I'm gonna do. Sheamus and Drew next week. Winner gets the Intercontinental Championship, and you. So like, it is a winner, not winners. So like, no, just do it right there. Who cares? It's Gunther. He's gonna chop the both out of him anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do it anyway. So I definitely see the reason why you're like, well, just do it now. But they got to get that 1 million ratings over the top, I guess. So they'll make it work. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, if it happens, I'm gonna be happy about it regardless. So we're fine. But Kayla Braxton spoke to Paul Heyman after the match. She asked Heyman about Jay's decision to turn on Sami Zayn. Heyman said that he wasn't listening to her, which I'm like, oh, what's new? When they were working talking smack together, they didn't really listen to each other anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's like, oh, I wasn't really listening to you. But I will say this. Cody Rhodes is a problem, isn't he? And I'm like, damn, what?
Yeah, I was okay.
The Bloodline is going to make Rhodes confront the truth and his past. Heyman closed saying that after Rhodes loses to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, he is going to pick the time and place to acknowledge the Tribal Chief truthfully. I'm like, oh, okay. So now apparently Cody Rhodes is going to join the Bloodline. He already has a Bloodline. It's the Rhodes family. He would never put up the ones. Please, don't put up the one, Cody. You're good. You're a good, honorable man. Do not do the one.
Yeah, I don't know what they're. Only weird thing about this is, I understand what Paul is doing, just trying to big both of them up.
Yeah.
But it's sending me into a sense of confusion. Because now I really don't know who's going to win the match. I guess that's okay. I guess that's better to not know.
I like that it's unpredictable, but also at the end of the day, I'm gonna have my personal bias.
I feel you.
Everybody's gonna have their personal bias when it comes to matches. It's not out of the realm of like possibility. Everybody has their biases.
Yeah, I already know I want to win, but as far as me being correct on that, I have absolutely no idea.
Right.
So.
But Paul Heyman does what Paul Heyman does best, and that is talk on the microphone. He is one of the best. Regardless if you like whoever he represents or not. He's just that good.
He always does his job well, so.
We then got the first introduction to the WWE Hall of Fame, and it is Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio will be in the 2023 Hall of Fame, which we all said at the top. Very, very good stuff right there. Rey wasn't introduced to the crowd, and the fans then began to chant, "You deserve it." Before Mysterio could even speak, Dominic and the Judgment Day interrupted. Dominic said that, whoa, okay. What's up, guys? Maybe they'll be back. We'll see. Dominic said that he cannot believe that WWE is inducting his father into the Hall of Fame. Dominic went on about all the birthdays and holidays that his father missed while he was a child, and he should be in the Deadbeat Dad Hall of Fame. Dominic then closed by saying that Rhea Ripley was right and that he should be ashamed for being Rey Mysterio's son. Legado del Fantasma's music hits, and they came to ringside Escobar was very upset at Dominic being disrespectful towards his father. Escobar said that Rey might let it go, but he will not. They have a match with them later on tonight, but why don't they just do it right now? Judgment Day, Escobar, and the rest of Legado del Fantasma have their match right now. So, we got into this, right? And we have all that take place. The Judgment Day actually did defeat Legado del Fantasma. And, it was a distraction finish, basically. Rhea Ripley was distracting the referee. We saw Damian Priest get involved. He hit Cruz del Toro with a kick, and then Dominic Mysterio rolled up Cruz del Toro for the win. And we got things going there, and I'm letting Loft back in now. There he is.
My fault. I just ruined everything.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Alright, bet.
You're fine. Yeah, I just got done doing the finish of the Legado and Judgment Day match. It was basically just a roll of victory for Dom, but at the end of the day, Judgment Day looked pretty good against Legado. I'm liking that we're actually getting these I'm sorry for calling them trios matches because of AEW, but these 6-man tag team matches with every faction that we're getting now in WWE, I'm starting to like it, man. I like the faction warfare here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely think Legado needed this win more.
Yeah.
Just because they're losing a significant amount, but
I mean, plus they just got back altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you just got to keep Judgment Day with momentum because Rhea is having a match, and I think Dom's having a match. I assume Damian and Finn aren't doing anything, so I mean. Oh, well, I forgot Finn has a match against fucking Edge, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
Finn has a match with Edge.
Damian's not.
If we do the tag team round, it's probably going to be Damian and Mysterio versus Mysterio and Escobar, if we do that. But I still think it's going to be Dom and Rey, personally, singles. Especially now with everything that happened tonight. And then obviously Rhea and Charlotte. So every member of the Judgment Day could possibly have some kind of thing going on WrestleMania, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I just needed to be a smooth transition to that. I don't know what match it makes more sense. Cause if they're trying to deviate from the Rey and Dom stuff, I understand. I really don't want that Santos, you're my son now angle because that's going to be so fucking corny to me. But
yeah,
I don't know. They still got time, so they still got time.
So after the match, Dominic asked Judgment Day to leave the ring so he can talk to his father. Dominic said that he still cannot believe that WWE is inducting his father into the Hall of Fame. Dominic then said that the Hall of Fame his father should be inducted in is the Deadbeat Dad Hall of Fame. Dominic then said that he should have been Eddie Guerrero's son. And Rey was just devastated at that point. He's like, son, don't say that. You know you don't believe in that. Just take that back. He's like, no, I'm not going to take that back. Yeah, it should happen.
Cool.
Dominic then demanded that his father would hit him. He charged at Rey Mysterio, but Rey moved out of the way. And Dominic fell out of the ring. But Rey did not physically hit Dominic Mysterio. So Rey said that he won't fight his son, whether you want to believe him or not. And Dominic kept yelling that his father will fight him one way or another. Whatever crowd gets the official punch from Rey to Dom, that crowd's going to erupt. Can't wait.
Yeah. That's going to be great. However they decide to do that, that's going to be great because I see why they're pushing it back so long, and they're just waiting for the right moment to develop it.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I need the crowd to respond the way I think they're going to, and the way it's been like building up. I think it don't matter what crowd we're in. I think it's going to be okay. And the only thing is, SmackDown doesn't really get bad crowds, and that's how I know it's not a crowd issue. It's a fucking show issue, because SmackDown usually doesn't get bad crowds. Raw is like a 60-40 with bad crowds because the show's so long. Yeah. So that's the one
crowd this past Monday was bad, especially when it came to the whole Sami and Uso thing. That crowd was rowdy during that moment, at least I felt.
Yeah.
It's just during certain moments on Monday Night Raw. When Monday Night Raw has like a huge dead spot, the crowd don't give a shit. But when the crowd actually gets involved in some stuff that are actually very telling towards Monday Night Raw, the crowd could get loud.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's just depending on what really happens on Monday Night Raw, and the fact that it is 3 hours. Like, the 3 hours thing really does kill the crowd.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing.
But yeah, I mean, it really just depends on what happens at the shows. And like, you're not going to be screaming your head off when you have Niven and Candice in the ring. And there's no disrespect to those two. Trust me, I like both of them. I really do. But when there's really no story between those two, nobody really cared.
Exactly.
Then we had the Viking Raiders. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying they'll make it work. That's all. I know it's not going to be as bad as it may seem, but they'll make it work.
Yeah. So then the Viking Raiders took on Bronson Reed. Why do I figure that on my head? Braun Strowman and Ricochet. It wasn't honestly that bad of a match. I thought it was going to be I didn't think it was going to be a squash, but I was not expecting the Viking Raiders to win this.
Yeah, I did. That definitely did surprise me. Once they took Broaun out, I was like, okay, the match may slow down a little bit, but I don't know. I definitely didn't expect Broaun and Ricochet to lose. That was very surprising. Very, very surprising.
Yeah, so the finish of the match saw Braun Strowman crashing into the announce table. Valhalla then did somewhat of a curse to Ricochet, who missed a 450 splash after that, allowing, I think it's Ivar to hit the spinning kick. Ivar then followed up, it was Ivar, followed up with the flying splash from the top rope and got the 3 count, 1, 2, 3, and the Viking Raiders picked up the win. Here's the thing, when it comes to stuff like what Valhalla did, it depends for me when it comes to the whole spooky, voodoo shit that happens. Whenever Alexa did it with Bray, that was one thing, obviously, because the whole Sister Abigail thing and, the whole Fiend and Bray Wyatt thing, that kind of fit for that. Valhalla with the Viking Raiders and the whole Vikings stuff, I'm not too sure if I'm going to buy into that. I don't know. I think she looks great when she's doing this. I mean, she looks incredible at what she is doing. It looks like she's really fitting into it well. But if you're going to do that, you gotta give them momentum to me.
Yeah, it's gotta be a thing that makes kind of sense. So I feel you. I don't know. It definitely just has to be executed the right way. I never was a big fan of it when well, I don't know. It like you said, it just depends. It very much depends. I didn't even know she cursed them. I thought she would just look like going ooh. I didn't know what the fuck she did.
No, she was doing some kind of thing with her hands, motioning towards him, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I didn't understand that one.
Now, when Alexa did the fireball to Randy Orton, that I didn't give a shit about. That was like, why? What are we doing here? But
That was a
But,
con.
I mean, whenever anything kind of happened with that before, with the hokey dokey stuff, and it just depends on what happens, who doesn't, and how does it fit.
Yeah, that's all.
But yeah, Viking Raiders pick up the win. They looked actually really dominant tonight, which is a good set of pace, and honestly, that's a good change from what they were being looked at as.
Yeah.
If it's gonna continue, I love that. If not, then this one was just a token, I guess. I don't know.
I hope not.
I hope not. Yeah, I hope not. But you never know when it comes to this stuff right no more.
Yeah, I feel you. But it could be anything.
So Imperium spoke backstage with Adam Pearce. Gunther said that there should be one challenger for the Intercontinental Championship. Pearce agreed and announced that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus will go one-on-one, and the winner will challenge Gunther at 39. I'm hoping it's either a DQ, double countout, some kind of thing. We're getting that triple threat one way or another. I don't care. I don't care if I'm going to have to drag someone in there myself to get there.
I feel you. I think that's what they're going to do. Next week is going to be them. Somehow, both of them are going to get disqualified, or both of them are going to get declared the winner again, and then they're going to just break down. Or, well, actually, no, I'm not even going to put that in the air. I don't want them to push this any farther. But yeah, next week falls finish, I assume, and then just move on from there.
Or if you don't want to go the whole disqualification route because it technically is still a number one contenders match, have both of them get pinned. You know how both of them could just be lying there on the ground with both shoulders on the mat.
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean, we've seen stuff like that happen before.
Yeah, you could try it. I mean, I don't know how safe it is, but maybe you don't have to be as safe. I guess I don't know. You can go for it.
I don't know how they're gonna handle this, but hopefully Triple H has a plan. Just a process. Mm-hmm. So, Charlotte Flair was in a match against Shotzi. This was not really much of anything. Charlotte went into Adam Pearce's office earlier on in the night saying, "Hey, I want a match." I thought she meant, "I want a match at WrestleMania," and I'm like, "Charlotte, you have one." But
I was confused, but I was like, does she not have one now? What happened?
But I'm like, all right, well, I guess she meant tonight, and she got Shotzi with the tank. So
not bad at all. I'm happy Shotzi getting those minutes.
So I was in the kitchen, like getting food prepared and everything, and I come back, and I was in the kitchen for at least 10 minutes getting everything together. And I came back into my room. I'm like, this match has to be over now. And I'm still seeing Shotzi and Charlotte on my screen. I'm like, wait a second, what the hell am I kind of missing a low-key banger? And then I'm like, and I looked on Twitter. It's like, oh my, I saw like a few people on Twitter saying, oh my god, when is this match gonna end? I'm like, damn guys, let them go. If they're actually having a good match, let them go.
Yeah, I think everyone was just anticipating the Roman stuff, so they were just waiting, you know. But they didn't do a bad job at all. I was cool. They didn't do a bad job at all.
It was a figure 8. My bad. Figure 8 got the tap out victory for Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley was at ringside for this, just standing in front of the announce table. Michael Cole saying, "You watch this, Rhea. You take notes, Rhea." I'm like, okay, Michael. We know you hate her. It's okay.
He's just screaming. He does not like her.
And then Rhea's looking at him and it's like, you son of a bitch.
He does not like her. I think that is great.
No, just pray to God that it's not Kevin Patrick again, because anytime Kevin Patrick speaks, I think she would legitimately drag him from the table.
That would be a nice change of pace.
Shit. After the match, Rhea Ripley was out there, and she told Charlotte that she promised to take one thing that is important to her when she becomes the SmackDown Women's Champion. The fans did the what chant when Rhea spoke, and I did hear that, and I'm like, guys, you know what she is saying. Stop it. Rhea ignored it, though, because she's a consummate professional and a pro, and she knows what she is doing in that ring when it comes to promo.
Yeah, she's.
I think the what thing is just so outdated now. I'm sorry.
Just
let it go.
They'll never let it go. They'll never. It's never going to go away. It's never going to go away.
If anything, just say yeah. Just make the yeah stuff happen.
Yeah, I think over time that may happen. I think it's just going to take a lot of work from like how they develop LA Knight, but then that's going to be annoying after a while because then it's going to overuse that. So I mean,
yeah, it's going to be annoying too. Like what? But
absolutely, though, I would definitely like that more. I definitely would like that more.
I like more than what. And surprisingly enough, that was the final match of the night. Then we got into the whole Jay and Jimmy segment. So I mean, we didn't have that many matches on the show tonight. It was just the Jay and Jimmy segment. When they actually showed the little ticker at the bottom saying like what segment was going to be coming next, Solo was in that like little ticker at the bottom there. So I thought Solo was going to be with them, but nope.
They did that a lot tonight. They were like, they're all going to be here for the Bloodline segment, and then none of them were there. So I'm like, okay, why? And then it just, I don't know.
Here's the thing, like, if it was going to be like, oh yeah, the Usos are going to be out there talking, and all of a sudden Roman came out during the middle of what they were saying, I'm like, oh yeah. Now shit's going to go down. But no.
That's what I was expecting. I was expecting the Roman just interrupt them, but he just never did. Like every time Jay would take a break, I'm like, "Oh, here he comes," and then he just never did. So I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess not." I don't know.
You promised to have some kind of confrontation between Roman and Jay, so I'm expecting that to happen at least within the next 3 weeks. I'm sorry, I'm going to expect that.
Yeah.
And I still need to see one more confrontation with Roman and Cody. Have to.
Oh, I would love that. Oh,
Have to. We got 3 weeks. Make it happen. Cody's showing up on Cody's showing up on SmackDown now. Go for it. Do something. I actually didn't expect him to show up though tonight. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know he was there until someone in my chat told me, and I was like, "Really? I didn't think he was going to be at the show tonight."
I didn't even look at the whole notes thing tonight. So if it even said Cody was going to be there in the notes, like I said, I didn't see him. So I was genuinely surprised when I heard wrestling has more than one royal family. I was like, oh shit, he's there. Let's go.
Good to see him now. Oh, good to see him.
And the woe gets louder every time.
I'm preparing for it. Imagine if he wins, man.
Oh my god. I finally get to be a part of the Woe channel on Monday, though.
That's gonna be awesome.
Gonna drive 2 hours to Rhode Island. Let's do this thing.
SmackDown or Raw?
Raw. Monday.
Okay.
This coming Monday.
Okay. Is he gonna be there?
Yeah. Don't curse at me saying that he's not. Please don't. I think it was Prodigy in our Discord saying that he's gonna go to Raw this coming Monday and Cody's just not gonna be there. I'm like, Prodigy, I have every right to expel you from this chat right now.
You will be pissed. He probably gonna be there.
He has to be. Come on.
He probably.
I'm gonna cry if he's not, but. So Jay began talking about the big question this week. The fans broke out into a loud Sami chant. Jay said that everyone keeps asking why he betrayed Sami Zayn. Jay then said it's about helping his family out in the toughest of times, saying that he had to. Jay said that he turned on Zayn because he had to. Jimmy is his brother, and he has to look out for his brother. The fans then start again by chanting a brief Sammy's family chant, which is interesting. The fans always have like that kind of, clock with them is like Sammy's family. That's awesome. Jay then blamed the Bloodline's problems on Sami. Jimmy then took the mic and said that they have solved the Sami Zayn problem. So now the real question is, why did Cody get involved with the Bloodline's problems? Cody Rhodes' music then hit. And obviously the huge pop from the Pittsburgh crowd. Rhodes then walked out and kept hearing his name. So he's like, listen, if I'm going to keep hearing my name, you might as well talk to me. Obviously, fans chanted for Cody. Cody said the fans do not want to listen to the Bloodline talk, but instead, the fans want to see them fight. Jimmy then promised to injure Rhodes, just like they did Sami Zayn. And I'm like, oh god, here we go. Something's going to happen here. I don't know if it's going to be Sami. I don't know if it's going to be Roman. Something's happening here. Rhodes began taking off his jacket, getting ready for a fight. And then Zayn suddenly jumped into the ring and attacked Jimmy. And then just a brawl goes out. Rhodes and Zayn took the fight to the Usos. They basically went all around ringside, spilled into the ring. Cody and Zayn then cleared the ring and celebrated. Rhodes then raised Zayn's hand in victory, so to speak. And that's how the show went off the air. I mean, the whole thing about Cody getting involved in the Bloodline's business, basically helping Sami Zayn in ways that, I mean, he was his biggest cheerleader when it was the Elimination Chamber, so we're tying everything together when it comes to the Usos, Bloodline, and Sami and Cody. Makes sense.
Yeah. Everything's looking good at the moment as far as it being safe, as far as the transition between the two matches, so everything's good right now.
I mean, we can't even really be mad at anything like this when it obviously is about, just getting everybody involved together when it comes to the Bloodline, because it is going to take a more than one-man job, obviously, because, I mean, we've seen it be a one-man job for 3+ years, and it hasn't worked, so banding together, getting something done with all these 3 men involved, because once Kevin gets into the fold, that 6-man tag team match is happening. Most likely on the Raw before WrestleMania, I'm thinking.
Yeah, at some point.
I'm thinking, I mean, obviously Roman's not going to be a part of it. It's going to be Sami, Kevin, and Cody versus Solo and the Usos. I'm thinking that, because obviously Roman's going to be like, I don't have to fight this. You fight this battle for me because you got yourselves into this.
I thought he was gonna wrestle. I was hoping he did.
I would love that if he actually did, but I think it's gonna be Solo.
Probably asking too much for our wrestling champion to wrestle these days. So I guess
our double champion, At
some point we ask him to wrestle, but maybe not. Maybe that's asking too much. My fault.
I mean, hell, he's not even gonna show up for Backlash, I think, or Money in the Bank.
Of course not. But no one sees a problem.
And if you're not even going to show up to those pay-per-views, give us your titles.
Thanks. That'll be great.
That's just what needs to happen. I mean, we're going to Saudi Arabia in May, and then, well, first of all, we're going to Puerto Rico, and then Saudi.
That's it.
Huh?
I wanted to ask you about that.
What's up?
I don't think there's a reason to do King of the Ring right now because there's no incentive for it. If say if Montez Ford happens to win King of the Ring, okay, cool. There's no incentive to say, all right, he wins King of the Ring. Now what? I always thought
Only going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that Backlash happening in May, fine, right? Backlash after WrestleMania, that's cool. I have your first pay-per-view there. Normally, Money in the Bank would be after that, but I was hoping and praying that the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was going to be gone in June.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to have Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. But that's not happening, because Money in the Bank is happening. I believe at the O2, right? In England? In London?
Yeah.
It's somewhere over in the UK. But I thought the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was going to be no more. And we were going to have it at Mania. So, for the June pay-per-view, instead of Money in the Bank, I was going to have King of the Ring. Because we were going to have King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, and the winner of those two tournaments would immediately get title shots at SummerSlam.
Exactly.
Now, SummerSlam usually happens in August, but that's one way you can build like some kind of long-term story for the month. Have King and Queen of the Ring at the end of June. You have all of July to, build something going on. Maybe Roman doesn't want to wrestle in July. If Roman retains, I'm just, just talking out loud here. And, you can build all that stuff going into August, and you have SummerSlam with the main event of the King of the Ring winner and the world champion. It makes sense having the King of the Ring winners having to fight for something,
Yeah.
But now, King of the Ring is in Saudi. And I really don't like that. And it's nothing, if anything, I would have had Backlash over there, and then King and Queen of the Ring in the States. But Backlash is now in Puerto Rico, which I think is going to be great. Because that's because that's the first ever pay-per-view in Puerto Rico since, I think, 2005? 6?
Yeah, around there. Gotta be
I know it's New Year's resolution, but I think it's either 2005 or 2006.
Yeah.
Which, that is great for that market, especially after everything that they've been going through. With, weather and stuff like that, and, But I wanted it to be, for the World Championships,
Yeah,
I mean, we still got time. We don't know what they're going to be getting yet. Maybe they do get something, but we don't know just yet. They only just announced that they're happening, so.
Exactly.
But I was thinking, instead of Money in the Bank happening in June or July, you have the King of the Ring in one of those months, and then you have the winners get the shot at SummerSlam. But it just depends on what they do,
It all depends on timing, what they feel like is the best decision. I think we're gonna have 3 amazing shows back to back to back. Though I would prefer if they all just didn't end with Roman winning and then moving on like always. But they don't care, so I don't know.
Because we got WrestleMania here, and then Backlash happens on May 6th. So that's happening basically in the beginning of May. Then King and Queen in the Ring happens a few weeks later on May 27th. And then Money in the Bank happens at the O2 Arena in London on July 1st. Okay. And then SummerSlam on August 5th. So yeah. I would have had at least King and Queen in the Ring. I wouldn't have the 2 pay-per-views in May. Because we don't have a June pay-per-view. I just realized that. We don't have a June pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because, we could have had Backlash in May. You could have skipped June. That's fine if you skip June. We don't have to have a pay-per-view every month. You could have skipped June. and then King and Queen of the Ring happen on July, and then July, you have all that build after that because Money in the Bank was July 1st. All the rest of July, all of August, to get to the World Championship match for King and Queen of the Ring at SummerSlam. But
my only question is, at King of the Ring, is that going to be a one-night tournament?
In the way I would book things, yes. But I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it used to be.
In the way I would book that, you have both King and Queen of the Ring tournaments on that one night. But it depends on how many people are in that tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know how many people are going to be in there yet. And here's the thing. Are we going to get qualifying matches? Are we going to get qualifying matches to get to the tournament? Or, like, is the tournament going to be all in one night? Or are we going to start the tournament on the Monday Night Raws and then just have the semifinals and final matches at the pay-per-view? There's a lot of things that are still going on right now in the planning phase.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know much about it. We just know it's happening.
Yeah.
But I will say, the new logo, sick. I love the look of the logo.
I don't think I even saw it yet.
Here. I'll send it to you right now. Here. Okay. Save. Alright, sending now. Okay. You should get it. I just think it looks real nice and clean.
Oh, wow. No, it's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And it does kind of fit the whole Saudi vibe. I do kind of see that now.
Yeah. Same color scheme as like a crown jewel.
I think it's still happening in what, Riyadh, I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeddah. Riyadh is the other one. I think Riyadh was the Super Showdown stuff.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think Riyadh Super Showdown and then Jeddah's Crown Jewel, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a flip-flop. Regardless, it's King and Queen of the Ring, and I'm glad it's back. Actually, as a pay-per-view this time, too, which is great. Because anytime it just showed up on Raw or SmackDown, it didn't really have that same effect, you know?
Yeah.
But that's that. And we'll see what happens as it progresses. We'll obviously give you guys updates as to what is going on with the King and Queen of the Ring as things do progress. Honestly, though, I'm not going to lie. I don't think we're going to be hearing much about what's going to be happening with King and Queen of the Ring until after WrestleMania.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think we should kind of just sit tight for right now until we kind of know more about it. We can obviously speculate and fantasy book and what we can honestly see, what we can, think about it. But other than that, we won't know shit until things actually happen. But I have my winner for King. I don't know who I'm thinking for Queen yet, but I do have my winner for King.
Who is that?
Gunther.
They're gonna. Oh my God! You're gonna have the. Oh my God! He's over pushed. You're gonna get the over pushed allegations quick.
It's Gunther, dude.
I mean, I'm with you. That's definitely a good one. That's definitely a good one.
At first, I was thinking Theory, but I'm like, wait, we're gonna have to pump the brakes on that.
I was on the same sense of a little Chad Gable, a little Montez Ford, but
I like Ford. I like Ford or Gable to get some kind of run there for sure.
Yeah, that's just more so Chad Gable because I just think he needs to win some matches at some point.
For sure. I agree there. I do. But for Queen, I got no idea because the last time we saw a Queen of the Ring, Queen's Crown thing, it was terrible. That has a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, I'm coming. So,
I don't know.
oh, actually, well, nah, I'm still gonna live. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna live.
We'll figure it out. We will figure it out indeed. But, guys, that's going to do it for this Friday Night SmackDown post show and, other news and stuff like that. We kind of, transition
Oh,
to other stuff. What's up?
one more thing. Triple H and I guess they have a little legal issue going on with Austin Theory.
What?
They're getting sued. Yeah, they're getting sued for copyright. Apparently, there's some tag team in the Indies. They're called The Now, and they've had that name since 2006. And they sent like 2 fucking cease and desist letters to WWE because Austin Theory's name is The Now. So they're trying to say that they own that name. So they're gonna have to change him. Unless they want to pay. I don't know, but
where did you hear this? Because I didn't see anything like this.
Some art. I don't know what fucking article it was. I didn't even like mean to see it. I woke up and I was scrolling through and I found it. It was a whole thing.
I'm just gonna look something up real quick. No, well, only thing I'm getting when it comes to lawsuits in WWE is Vince, so that's not it. But Vince still has to deal with that too. Huh. If you ever come across that again, though, I'll definitely take a look at that because I did not see that.
Got you.
But yeah, that's really it, guys. We'll talk to you sometime during this either sometimes during this weekend or probably Tuesday, because obviously you guys just heard I'm going to Monday Night Raw on Monday. With me driving 2 hours back from Rhode Island, probably not going to be the best bet to do a Monday Night Raw post show, but we'll probably talk about it a little bit on Tuesday and, just do our normal Tuesdays thing. And yeah.
That too. I meant to tell you, I'm not even live streaming Raw on Monday.
Oh, you're not? No?
Because Raw usually exhausts me, and I want to have all my energy for 2K, because 2K comes out like an hour after Raw goes off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so not doing that.
Yeah.
So no Raw post show on Monday. That's a pretty safe bet now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out everything. Hopefully, I'm not hoping that Raw is a dud. I'm not, because I'm going to be there. But if we talk about some of the good points on Tuesday's talk, we'll get things going. If we even do a Tuesday's talk, honestly, because we're probably going to be playing 2K.
Yeah.
So, we'll figure out the kinks for this week, and then obviously once 2K, is in our hands and everything like that, and we get, adjusted and getting the ball rolling, we'll be back here. Don't worry, OTB's not going anywhere just because 2K came out.
No.
But yeah, guys, we'll talk to you as soon as possible. Okay. And that's honestly the best way I could put it. Now, you guys will be seeing me this weekend, mainly because of the fact that while I might not be posting anything on here this weekend, I will be on a podcast. I got invited to a podcast. I will share some more info on that tomorrow on TikTok. If you guys know Kaya on Russell Talk, I'm gonna be on his show. He's been in the OTB chat a few times before, and yeah, he's been wanting to talk to me one-on-one about just professional wrestling and other sports and avenues of life. So I'm gonna be on that podcast. It's gonna be really fun getting a chance to talk with him one-on-one, so that's gonna be cool. And yeah, we'll get things squared away, and I'll tell you guys all about that in the video tomorrow. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Now, other than 2K Loft, do you have anything else like kind of planned going on in your life right now that you're trying to do something in the works, or just really kind of relaxing for right now until 2K?
Just chilling, just chilling. That 2K is my main concern right now because it looks like it's going to be really, really good as far as universe mode goes. It looks like they improved a lot, so I'm really just excited to get that going. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. This is the most excited I've been in a little bit. So
how's the workouts going?
Painful, but I want to be fucking shredded. So you got to deal with the pain sometimes. It's very bad.
I've seen your progress over the last you've been doing this for at least the last week, right? I mean, you've been progressing, bro. So I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Just gotta keep the grind on. That's what it is about. Trying to get the workout plan going.
I was tired of hearing Saul saying, "I'm gonna take it again." I was like, "All right, what? I'm tired of him saying he's gonna get me ripped. I'm gonna do it my damn self." So
do it your damn self, and then you'll both be like Bobby Lashley doing the things with your arms in no time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow, or sometime during the weekend, and we'll talk to you guys as soon as we possibly can. Stay tuned for more things to come right here on OTB. For Loft, I'm Phil. OTB will talk to you as soon as we possibly can right here on the podcast. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.